Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to talk about some TV shows and movies that you can watch on Netflix right now during this Halloween season. So I'm going to talk about some TV shows. So the first one that's on Netflix is The Haunting of Hill House, and this is original series, and these are all original series, or you can only find them on Netflix, not on Netflix. So the first one is The Haunting of Hill House, which I absolutely love. I watched this, I think, 2 years ago. I'm wanting to say 2 years ago or last year. I don't really remember, but I do remember it is so good, and it is like, if you like grieving stories or stories about grief and stuff, I think it's really good. And if you like slow burn horror, where it starts off kind of at a decent pace and then it like slow burns, it descends and stuff. There's also a mystery element to it, and it focuses on, I think, a group of a family who lives in this house, and there's a lot of like history, deep history about this house, and it's about like dealing with death, and it's very emotional, and it's very good. Love it. The next movie or show I recommend is Stranger Things. This one is about a group of kids. It kind of reminds me of it in a little bit, in a way. But it's a group of kids, and one of the kids gets missing, and this monster is like hiding out in the walls, and it's so creepy. Like, the first season is great. I mean, I think all 3 seasons are great. I'm so excited for season 4, and this one definitely has a lot of 80s, I would say really 80s vibe. So if you were born, or not born, but like if you grew up in the 80s, I think you would appreciate it more and stuff. But it's just great and it's fun. And then the third one I recommend is Creeped Out, and this is I think it's like a United Kingdom and Canadian one show, and it's just so good. Like, these stories are it's like an anthology type of story, so it's like Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark, if you've ever heard of those. And it's just really fun. It's a fun, creepy type of show, but it's also geared to older kids, so if you like that, I recommend that for older kids, probably like maybe from, I don't know, from maybe like 12 to 13 year olds. Yeah, and then the movies I recommend are Hush, which I really love. This is not a Netflix original, but it is about a girl who is deaf, and someone tries to get into her house and kill her, essentially. It is a slasher movie, but it's very different than other slasher movies because it's about her trying to escape, and her, like, when you're rooting for her the whole time. So it's about really one character and not like a group of kids and they get like slashed or whatever, or killed in different stupid ways. It's more about this one person and her ideas. Also, there's really cool stuff that is part of. Yeah. Okay. There's also scenes where she has 2 decisions she's like, oh, I can do this, or I can go this way, and then you can kind of see like what she chooses, like kind of, or yeah. So it's really good. I highly recommend that one. Also, In the Tall Grass. This is based on a novella called, I think, In the Tall Grass by Stephen King. And it's a little different than the actual novella. I haven't read the novella, so I don't know clearly. I just looked it up on Wikipedia and read the thing. So I don't know if that's actually true or not. But in the Tall Grass, we follow a girl and her brother, and the girl is pregnant, and she goes into this cornfield, and this little kid is calling for help, and it kind of plays with time, and I love time in movies. Like, that's my favorite trope of all time, is time. Like, just the um, the way things are filmed, and how time is like the monster in a way. So yes, love that. Check that movie out. It is super great. It's also a little bit on the gory side. I think there's only one main really bad gory scene, but I think other than that, it's like not that gory, but it's like really great. And then the third movie is called Death Note. And I did really enjoy this one as well. It's kind of a reimagining of the graphic novel Death Note, where we follow a guy whose name is Light, and he picks up a notebook, and when he writes the name of a person in the notebook, they die. And you have to write the name and how they die, and then they die. And it's kind of it's really interesting. I liked the portrayal and the makeup in this. It's just amazing, and how I think the characters were pretty accurate. But I didn't really like, the reason why I liked it is just because of the ominous, the creepiness factor of it and stuff. So yeah, those are all the TV shows and movies I'm recommending. Okay, I'm also currently watching what is it called? The Haunting of Blair Manor, which I love that show so much. It's getting to be like, it's amazing. And I'm reading Fever's Reign. And this is a pretty slow book, but it is a vampire novel. And yes, and exploring George R. Martin's writing style is interesting for me. But yeah, and that is all that I wanted to update you about. And down below, if you would like to comment your favorite Netflix shows or movies or whatever you want, just comment down below. Hit the like button if you like my content. If you don't, that's fine. And hit that subscribe button if you want to subscribe. And I will see you in the next video, and have a good night. Bye.